Have 2 laps to go to see who gets in the 500.
And it's a gamble either way. Gamble you stay out on the tires you got. A gamble you come in and get new ones. It's a gamble. It's a crapshoot.
Boy, Reed Sorensen in that 41 car staying hooked to the rear bumper of Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 88. You're looking at it right here.
That isn't bump drafting. That's just plain old pushing right there.
Jimmy Johnson dropped way to the back on the restart to preserve his pole-sitting car for Sunday.
And look at those 2 cars. Look at the gap they put on everybody else because of that push they're getting. That was work to perfection. That was 2 guys that really had it figured out when they took the green. It's not going to do them a lot of good, except that these cats back here are going to catch them.
I was going to say they were really strung out, but now they're starting to pull back together. That's the transfer spot race right there. Look at the run. Vickers in the 83 car. It's getting through the high side of 3 and 4. They'll be coming to the white flag.
And you see why, Larry. I mean, the 78 car is dancing around, and Vickers has got a little grip. He goes right by.
He can drive that race car now.
Hanging on to her.
What a comeback for Brian Vickers. He is in the final transfer spot. Remember, Nemechek can fall back on his speed and be in the 500.
Nemechek will not push the envelope because he don't want to get up there and pass Kenny Wallace. Nemechek's in the 500.
78-2 back.
I tell you what, I am shocked at. I know we see some good racing right in here, but those 2 cars up front have put a huge gap on everybody else and holding it.
This is the first time we've seen anybody get away from the lead pack.
Yeah, that's the biggest lead I've seen anybody have here all week.
There's Kenny Wallace in the 87 car trying to come to the finish line to get him the Daytona 500.
Oh, 3 wide behind the leaders. It sorts out. And the second checkered flag for the Sprint Cup cars in Speed Weeks. Dale Earnhardt Jr. again.
Boy, Menard in the 15 got pushed all the way down on the apron.
Oh, he went down there. He had nowhere to go. He had to try to get by Kenny. I don't know why, but he had to.
This is Dale Jr.'s 3rd victory in a Gatorade Duel. He won in 2003. He won in 2004 and went on to win the 500.
Thank you, Mike. You really inspired me. Thanks a lot there. My car just started handling.
Kenny Wallace and Brian Vickers have raced their way into the Daytona 500.
And you know, so many interesting stories here. Brian Vickers had to race his way in a year ago. He got wrecked in turn 4. Both Red Bull cars had to go home. But think about Kenny Wallace. We know that he will race in the 500. We know that Joe Nemechek, there they are right there. This is actually a single car operation out of Denver, Colorado that's only 3 years old. They've never had a car in the Daytona 500. Now they're going to have 2.
I can't believe it. I am so excited. It's unreal.
Let's show you the finish for the final transfer spot. It's 83 Brian Vickers. He will get it. Joe Nemechek will get into the 500 on his qualifying speed. He'll start in the 21st row.
And the 15 car just goes to the apron every time. I guess he ran out of, he had to go down there to keep running the back of Kenny.
I just believe Joe Nemechek was making sure he was playing it safe for his teammate.